welcome to Bar Z. My name is Stan, and we're doing some Summer Bash stuff today. It's just a bunch of announcements. It's going to be some of the events and things going on before, and we're going to talk about the swap meet. We don't have any raffle stuff to show you. We don't have any milling stuff to show you, or welder, or anything like that. You got to go back and see all those. Raffle tickets are still available, though. So let's start with the swap meet. Our swap meet this year is brought to you by Evolvent Design. We appreciate Andrew over there and everything he does to help our swap meet out. And we've got tables that people have, they email in whether they want a half table or a full table. And I'm going to go through the list of names right now. Kevin Hipp, John Thawley, Mark Mann, Tom Lipton, Dale Derry, Andrew Padaka, Bar Z. Hey, I wonder who that is. Mark Rowland, Joe Way, Denny Chapman, Don Huseman, Mark Hughes, Roger Taylor, and Rod Olson. All you guys have tables reserved. When you get here, we're going to put masking tape down on the table with your names on it. And whether you ordered a full table or half table, might be a tape line down the middle. You might be sharing it with somebody else. If I did not call out your name right there as of today's video, I get messages sent to me all over the place. They come in from the website. People message me on Instagram. People, if they're close to me, then they have my cell number. They'll text me. They'll drop any kinds of note you can imagine. They're coming at me from all different directions. The best way to assure a table, one that I'm going to see, is the email summerbash@barzindustrial.com. I check that 2-3 times a week, and we'll get you a table. You'll get an email back from me confirming that I saw your email and we got a table for you. But it's real easy to slip through the cracks. And last year we had a couple guys that showed up and go, "Hey, where's my table?" I'm like, "Oh man, I don't have anything ready for you." I must have missed it. So we had to shuffle some stuff around and get a table in there for you. But get your email in. If you didn't hear your name called, send me another email. Remind me. I'm not ignoring you. It just slipped through the cracks. All right. So appreciate everyone that swap meets with us. It makes our swap meet off the hook. It makes it really awesome to go around and buy these things. You can go to 100-yard sales, flea markets, garage sales, different things like that, and never find even what's on one table here. It's everything that we're looking for and everything that we want, all in one spot, all under one roof. One-stop shopping. All right, let's talk about, we're going to switch gears here. We're going to talk about our events. Friday we've got some things to do. We're going to start with the big one, the one we're going to actually take some registration for. There's no cost if you're already a Summer Bash guest. There's no cost. You can come on Friday. This enables you to poke around the swap meet if you want and get some early buys, or get your name on something, or get a down payment on something. But also you can learn gear cutting. What we're doing is Evolvent Design. Again, Andrew Prestridge is going to put on a gear cutting class again this year, very similar to what was last year, with the exception of he's doing it on my milling machine. We're going to use my super spacer with my index wheels and my tailstock. We're going to cut gears on my mill. We're not going to do it on the Precision Matthews mill. We're going to try to keep that one nice. Last year we gave it away. We used it a little bit first. We didn't damage it. It worked fine, but we did use it ahead of time. But this time we're giving away a milling machine that's not been used by us and terrorized by us here at the Bash. All right, so that's something for Friday. It's a gear cutting class with Andrew Prestridge. Send an email, summerbash@barzindustrial.com, and just put on the title, gear cutting class, how many people are coming. We would like to get fresh faces this year. If you attended last year, it's going to be about the same curriculum. So we'd like to get some fresh faces in here and give people that haven't done it the opportunity. So if you haven't come to that, go ahead and sign up. If you have if you have attended in the past, send your email in a little late and say, hey, is there still some room? And I'm going to take priority to the people that haven't done it before. All right. So that's one thing we're doing. Another thing is we've got Stan Cloyd, which is another Stan. He's going to be doing, he's bringing over a drill sharpener was kind of interesting. He emailed me some pictures of some before and afters of some drills he's sharpened and with some success. So he's going to do some demos. So bring your dull drill bits. I got a whole stack of them here. I can turn him loose on those. Maybe we could even do some of my big Morse tapers. That'd be nice to go through my Morse tapers and get them freshened up. Because anything over 1/2 inch doesn't fit in a regular drill sharpener. I believe Stan's goes all the way up to 1 inch. So Stan Cloyd's going to be bringing his drill sharpener and the expertise to run it. All right, so we thank Stan for that. And that's going to be just kind of a show up and do it kind of thing. You don't need to register for it. If you're interested in drill sharpening and how his drill sharpener works, just show on up and check it out. The other thing is my buddy Phil, Philip Smith, he's going to be doing a little scraping here. And he'll put on kind of a demo, show you some ins and outs, show you the tools, and maybe we'll have a couple projects here to work on, but we're going to be doing that out on the patio. And you guys could spend the day scraping if you want. I'll line you up with some vices out there, maybe some magnetic plates you can put down on the welding table and work out there a little bit. And you'll have to bounce back and forth between my surface plate here and the welding table out there to check flatness. But Phil's bringing all his stuff. He's got a lot of really nice scraping tools, so you get to see what you're in for. If you're going to start this stuff and go headlong into this thing with power scraping, there's quite a bit of expense there. Hand scraping is not a huge expense, but if you want to get an idea of what you're in for, if you're going to start this scraping mess, better to do it with some guidance and do it with a person that's went ahead and headed down the rabbit hole. All right, so thanks to Phil for bringing that and letting people see what it's all about, associate a cost with it, and see if this is for them. You could probably assess and add it up really quick in your head and go, wow, I really don't want to do this, or heck yeah, man, I want to run this gambit. All right. One last thing, let's go over to my pile, and I'll show you what I got going out the swap meet. It's not that much. It's a few things I picked up over there in Laverne at that last little shop that was closing. All right, I picked up this monster magnetic chuck, and I went ahead and took the pecker head off of it because the cord was really bad. And mainly I did it over there because I wanted to ohm this out. So I put a resistance meter across it. It measured the proper ohms, and it's going to run fine. It wants 240 volt DC going to those two leads right there. But I saved the hold downs and the pecker head where it connects. So that's a nice mag chuck. I'll let it go cheap. It's a lump. It's really heavy, but that is 8 by 24. It's kind of a monster. Let's see what else I got. There's a set of KLE bench centers. Now, Andrew Prestridge has expressed interest in these bench centers. It's a cast iron 3-point stand and a tailstock and a headstock retractable. Just needs some cleanup. If Andrew's got first right of refusal, if he doesn't want it, it'll go up for sale. And that's not going to be very expensive either. The other thing I got is this is an Enco. And it's a smaller version, but it's a 12-inch Yuasa knockoff. It's got a couple diamonds in there. There's just a diamond loose down there. That thing's had it. Nah, you need a fresh diamond there. Gauge block, all the Allen wrenches for it, but it's a short snout. So I think that's the 12-inch. But it's a Yuasa knockoff radius tangent dresser. The other thing is new old stock milling cutters. I got a boatload of them. Some of these are really old, but they're brand new. So there's some of them are still in the wax. That one's never been used. But this whole box is full of them. There's probably 30 or 40 of these things in there. and they're all wrapped up in the original paper, and you got a lot of keyway slots to do, or you got a horizontal mill. These are the ones. This still got the wax all over it. That one's 6-inch diameter, 3/16 wide, 1.25" hub, keyed. But if you've got a horizontal mill, these are the thing. I figure Keith Rucker will be all over these. He's going to drive out, so he's going to get haul these back with him, no problem. Another big in there, 1/2 inch wide. Anyways, whole box full of those. That whole milk crate's full of them. There's a bunch of 7/16 20 plug tabs, but guess what? They're left hand. The whole box of them. You know, some people are gonna go, yeah, give me one. So everyone can pick up at least one left-hand tap. You never know when you need it. You're not gonna need it very often. There's another one still in the Cosmoline or the wax. Bunch of it on there. Yeah, just more cutters, you know. More of the same. There's a bunch of it. Got grinding wheels, 1.25" hub. These are all cup discs. All Nortons. .32As, 60 grit. Yep. Vitrified. But cup wheel never been used. Needs a. I mean, there are a lot of them are chipped. They need to be wrung out and trued up, dressed and everything. But yeah, nothing wrong with those wheels. It looks like they've been decently cared for. They weren't individually packaged, but they were down in the box and didn't have a bunch of stuff dropped on them. Drill Doctor, we all know it. That'll be on my table. So that's all my swap meet stuff. I don't have that much. Just a bunch of the whole box of those cutters and bench centers and a chuck that probably cable won't even probably hold up. Okay, well that's the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed, and hope to see you at the bash. Make sure you send an email to barzzindustrial@msn.com for general inquiries, and for bash inquiries, it's summerbash@barzzindustrial.com. All right. I'm an easy guy to get a hold of. Oh, last thing. A lot of people have sent me messages say, hey, I don't have PayPal. What do I do? You can mail in a check if you want, or pay at the door if you want. You know, I know it's a pain to deal with, but I'm sorry you don't have PayPal. It's pretty much, I took that as the universally accepted payment form for you guys. I thought it was the easiest and safest. All right, guys. We'll see you at the bash. It's coming up quicker than you know. We're already into June. It is June. Summer Bash is this month. All right. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.